Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi Zerin here with a thought for Shabbat. This week we read Parashat Naso, famous for being the parsha that contains within it the priestly blessing, known also because it is the parasha in which we read of the gifts that each of the chiefs of the tribes brought upon the dedication of the Mishkan, passages of Torah that we also read on Hanukkah when we celebrate another dedication. But there is so much more. And in particular, I want to draw our attention to one passage that can often be overlooked. Parashat Naso is, after all, the longest portion in the entire Torah. And so it is no surprise that there are many different teachings found within it. One short paragraph teaches us what to do when one wrongs another person and how to make restitution. On the surface, there's nothing shocking or surprising about this. If I steal $20 from you, I need to pay it back, and maybe I owe a fine on top of that if I've done it intentionally. That all seems very straightforward. What's so interesting, however, about this passage in Naso is the following. The Torah says that if a person wrongs another, they must make restitution. If the person who they have wronged has no relative to whom restitution can be made, then that person must make restitution by donating money to the Mishkan, to the temple and the service that takes place there. What's so powerful about this is that within this teaching is the idea that making restitution is not only about the one who has been wronged, it is also about the one who committed the harm. If I steal $20 from you, paying that back is not only good for you, it is good for me as well. We as human beings are not perfect. We are inherently imperfect, and we will inevitably harm others, make mistakes, mistreat our fellow human beings. What is important is that we do whatever we can to make that wrong right, to turn it around. Not only to undo the harm that was done, but to cultivate our own minds and spirits into a sense of responsibility and accountability. This is important not only on Yom Kippur, when we focus so much on teshuvah, on turning ourselves around, but throughout the year, as this Torah portion makes clear. And it is important for ourselves when we are the ones who have committed a wrong, just as much as it is for the person who has been wronged. When we make restitution, we train our minds and our hearts. We practice accountability. We remind ourselves that even when we fall short, we are capable of making that up. We are capable of doing more, even while acknowledging that as humans, we will never be perfect. I hope that this is something you can carry with you into Shabbat as we think about how to train our own hearts and minds and communities to be loving, respecting, and accountable for all that we do, to recognize that there is always room for error, because room for error means room for growth, as long as we take advantage of the opportunities to grow from our mistakes. Shabbat Shalom.